I need to teach you a word. In Arabic, the word for empty is khaly. But it's not just Arabic. Urdu, Hindi, Punjabi, Farsi, Tamil, they use the same word, khaly. My mum says it when the glass is empty. And here's the thing that keeps me up at night. We're actually becoming that word. We're becoming khaly. You know exactly what I'm talking about. You've got the job, the house, the degree, you pray, you provide, you tick every single box, and yet there's this whisper that said, is this it? Is this what I'm made for? That's what it feels to be empty on the inside whilst looking full on the outside. And it's everywhere. Over the last couple of years, I've spoken to hundreds of Muslim professionals, super successful, surgeons, lawyers, engineers, and I also surveyed 3,500 Muslims across over 100 countries. The data shocked me. 66% of them know what Allah expects from them. 57% can tell you their purpose, but only 34% are taking action towards that purpose. And here's the killer. Only 17% feel like they're fulfilling their potential. Do you understand what that means? The knowledge is there, the faith is there, but somewhere between knowing and doing, we lose 83% of the ummah. So what do? So this isn't a knowledge problem. We seem to have the knowledge. We've got more Islamic content than any other generation in history. Another lecture is not going to fix this. What we're missing is that bridge, the practical tools, the frameworks, the systems that turn what you know into how you live. And you know what's crazy is the West has actually had these tools for decades. They have little models like Ikigai. Millions of people use them and they're good. I've used them, but every single one of these starts in the wrong place. They start with you, your strength, your passion, what you enjoy. Not one of them asks the only question that matters. What did your creator design you for? At Surah Baqarah in Ayah 30. Allah tells the angels very, very clearly, I am placing upon the earth a Khalifa. Not a machine, not a function, but a representative. And now look at these two words that I've mentioned. Khaly, Khalifa. They're so close, there's only two letters difference, but they're so far apart in what they represent. It's the difference between being purposeless and being purposeful. Two letters. So the key question is, how do you go from feeling Khaly to Khalifa? Now, with any good journey, you need a map. So this map is what I've spent the last 10 years building. I left my own career. I went deep into the subject of purpose. I studied every Western framework I could find. I went against the Quran. I listened to Islamic scholars. I read hundreds of books, and I built what I could not find anywhere else: practical Islamic frameworks for purpose. These are frameworks extracted from revelation and then made operational modern life. I put all of them into my program, my workshops, and my first book. Now, this book is the first of, inshallah, a number of books on this subject, and the timing is urgent. This is why it can't wait. So right now, today, machines can think, they can write, they can do your job, my job, and everyone is terrified. Everyone's asking the same question: what are humans actually for? So this Ramadan, I'm launching this movement, and I honestly need your help. Behind this work, there sits something much, much bigger. There's an assessment called the Khalyfa Code, which is based on the 99 names of Allah. And nobody's ever built this before. This is my unique framework that I've devised, and it's our version of Myers-Briggs. And behind this assessment, there's not just one book, there's multiple books that I have in the pipeline. And behind these books, there's 40 plus frameworks. Behind the frameworks, there's AI-powered tools that can help you to implement a certain element of the process into your own life. This isn't just a book launch or something that sounds nice. This is something that is much, much needed. We're building the human operating system for the age of AI. Every pound you give to this, Sadaqah Jariyah, because this is transformational knowledge. This is knowledge that changes fundamentally not only your direction, but who you become. The machines, they can calculate, they can create, and they can optimize absolutely everything. But one thing they can never, ever be is Khalifa. They can never connect to the source. Only a human can be a Khalifa.